Well, good morning and welcome to another Memory Minutes. This is Pastor John. Today we're going to be talking about the 9th and 10th commandments. So the 9th commandment is you shall not covet your neighbor's house. And the 10th commandment is that you shall not covet your neighbor's wife or donkey, man or maidservant, or anything that belongs to your neighbor. And so actually, I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm not recording this in my office. Some of you may recognize I'm in Pastor Climola's office. And you know why? Because I was coveting. I really like his nice bookshelf that he's got back here. I like that it gives me a better background, I thought. So I thought I would just go ahead and use his stuff when he's not here, and he can find this out when he's editing it all. But we're going to talk about the 9th and 10th commandments, and that talks about coveting things. And really what it's getting at is that we should be thankful for what God has given us. You know, we don't look after our own best interests. We look after others, right? And that's actually what's talked about in our Philippians verse for this week as well. So the verse comes from Philippians chapter 2, verse 4, one of my favorite passages in all of Scripture. Let each of you look not only to his own interest, but also to the interest of others. I see when we talk about the 9th and 10th commandments, they're often thrown together. And there's a reason for that. That is because they kind of deal with the same idea. And that's that God has given us a lot of different things. He's given us family that love and cherish us. He's given us house and home. He's given us everything that we have. And so, why would we look elsewhere? See, when God tells us to not covet, he's telling us to be happy with what he has given us. That what he has given us is enough. That he has provided everything that we need. And more than anything, he has given us everything we need for salvation. See, he gave us everything that we need right there on the cross. He took care of everything, every problem, every struggle, everything that we've ever had. He gave us. He gave us his forgiveness, his newness of life. And so we don't covet after things that our neighbor has. We don't desire to take away from our neighbor the nicest and fanciest things. Because the things of this earth, they're not going to last forever. But the thing that God has given us that is the nicest and shiniest thing of all, that newness of life, that forgiveness of sins, that lasts forever and then some. When we talk about the kingdom that is to come, that is how long we get to cherish that gift that God gives us. That promise of salvation, that newness of life. And if we've got that, then what else do we really need to covet? See, because God's taking care of everything for us. And we just have to be thankful. We get to be thankful for what he's given us that we don't deserve. That's the greatest gift of all. Well, I hope everyone has a wonderful week in the Lord, and I'll see you next week. We're going to talk about the close of the commandments. God's blessings.